Hi guys, after reviewing last Friday's video, I decided to redo it because it was full of nonsense and I just wanted things to be a little bit more organized and a little bit easier for you to understand because the video was horrid. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and redo the boot video, and I'm going to start now by opening up the meshes, well, the maps. So I'm going to go. Remember I said we're going to be using Christoph meshes for the boot because I use Christoph for the outfit, and this way the boots won't clip. So I'm going to start by saving the maps. We're going to use the smaller looking map with this map. This one here is for the pantyhose. This is for the top or the bottom part of the boot, and this is for the top part of the boot. We're going to be making thigh-high boots, so that's why we'll need this part here. This is for the sole, and this is the toes. So let's go ahead and save these. Actually, I'm just going to copy image and paste. We don't really need the toe map because we are making a closed shoe, so the toes won't matter in this. Alright, I'm going to turn that one off and turn that off. Alright, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to make groups right off the bat. I'm going to make a group for the top part of the boot and a group for the bottom part of the boot. Alright. Okay, and now I'm going to rename this top boot. And I'm going to rename this bottom boot. This is for the sole, but we're not going to mess with that just yet, so I'm just going to leave it there. This one down here is the other shoe that I did in class, so we're going to ignore this one. Okay, so I'm going to start with the bottom part of the boot first. Alright, I'm going to make a new layer, and I'm going to fill it with the color. Not quite black, but not gray. It's going to be a light, I like to call it light black. Okay, now I'm going to lower the opacity a bit. And then I'm going to make the toe above that. Get my pen tool. Oops. Okay, now I'm going to fill it with a darker gray or a less light black. And right click, fill. Okay. Alright. I'm going to turn this back up. Delete path, and I'm going to go put this in game and see how it looks. It's very important that you guys constantly check your work because you don't want to get a bunch of things done and then test it and find out that way back in the beginning things aren't working and now you have to undo all of the work you just did. So test every step that you do, that you change, just so you can avoid that. Okay, so before I put the new texture in, I'm gonna get rid of a couple of other layers that we're not gonna need. And that would be this layer, the pantyhose layer. I'm gonna black out with a little black square. Oh, that's the top. Oh, no, it's not. This mesh, when you change some of these layers, they all turn into that layer. So all you have to do is go in and delete the opacity on the layers that you want to keep, and it'll bring them back. There's the boot we need. Okay, I'm going to turn off use blending because all of these layers are on use blending for some reason. We need to even turn it off on the layers that are going to be blacked out because it will still affect other items if use blending is turned on any of the layers, even the blacked out layers. Okay, now I need to go ahead and put this one in. Okay, there's the bottom part of the boot. I'm going to lighten the main body of this part of the boot so that the toe shows better, but not too much. Yeah, that'll be better. Just make sure. Yeah, that's better. We can at least see the toe better now. I think the toe might be a little bit small. I'm gonna maybe make that a little bit bigger. And I just wanted to remind you that anything that you put outside of this green line will not matter. Doesn't matter because nothing outside of this green line will show in game. So you don't have to worry about what it looks like outside of this green line on the outside of the boot shape. Make sure the right layer is selected. There we go, that'll be better. Okay, turn this back up. There we go, that's better. Alright. Next thing we're going to do is get our line that goes up the top, or up the front. Oops, wrong layer. Of course. Alright. So we're going to start, this is the middle line right here. So I'm going to start with, start at the top. This is our middle line. Yeah. I'm going to start right about here. Go all the way down the boot. About like that. And I'm going to fill this with a gradient. I'm going to first fill it with a solid, then I'm going to double click and gradient overlay, and I'm going to use this black to gray gradient on it. Right about there. Now I'm going to make a copy and move it over.
Did you like it?
Okay. make it even from the other one, and I'm going to test it out now. Okay. Alright, that's good so far. Okay. Alright, now I think I'm going to go ahead and do the seams. Or the what do you call it? Thread, I guess you could call it. We need to change this pen tool at the top to shape when we do our thread. I'm going to make it a light gray in color. We use the stroke for this layer because if we were to use fill, the shape that we create, it would try and fill it, and we don't want that. We want to have only the thread colored, so we want to have stroke with a color and have a red X or a red slash for the fill. And I'm doing a 0.75 size with a dash. So I'm going to start here. I think that's straight. I think that's straight. Yep. Okay. Alright. That's good enough. Okay, now let's see. Try it out. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. Up here. Export. Save. Okay, that's good. I'm wondering if I should make it a little bit closer together. I think I should. It looks a little bit off center. Let me put her in a different pose. Oops. Yeah, I think that this one needs to come over just a little bit. The left side. Okay. let's try this. I hope that was the right side. I never can tell. We'll soon find out. Nope. That figures. So now I'm just going to go back and move the whole damn thing over the other way. Yeah, that's better. Hmm. One more time. There we go. That's better. Much better. Looks more centered. Okay, moving on. I'm going to put a bit of a shadow under the lines down the front here. Actually, I'm just going to put the tongue in. Double click and gradient. Set this to 0. Hit this. Alright. You need to reverse this so that the black is on the outside and the lighter gray in the inside. So move it over. Make it a little bit bigger. Okay, that's good. Okay. Hit OK. Alright, I think we're getting this. Alright, so now I'm going to make the top part so that it lines up with this. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy all these layers except for the, oh, I want to do the toe highlight real quick. We'll do that first. I'm going to change this new layer I made on top here to color dodge. Double click on that layer and uncheck transparency shapes layer. Hit OK. Get our white brush, make it bigger. It's going to be soft. And then filter, blur, Gaussian blur. T, and I'm going to stretch it out a bit. Okay, I'll check it out in a minute to see if that works. Okay, so I'm going to copy all the layers except for the toe and the toe highlight to the other folder. So I'm going to Control J, then drag these up to here to drop it. Okay, now I'm going to turn off this other group for now. Alright, now I'm going to stretch these two. Whoops, what did I do here? Okay, that's the tongue. We don't need to, yeah, we need to stretch that too. I'm going to stretch these three down so they're all the way to the bottom. Hold Shift. Alright, hit OK. And since we're not going to have to go all the way to the top with the top part of the thigh part of the boot, I'm simply going to move these two dashed lines down using my arrow key so that they don't move to the right or left at all. That way they'll line up perfectly, and that's what we need. So I'm going to get that layer. I'm going to delete that layer for the top part. Then I'm going to move this one down with my arrow like that. I'm going to do the same thing for this side. Like that. Oops. There we go. And now that should be good for the top. Alright. Yep. I'm going to go ahead and save it and test it. That's this layer. Okay, the only problem we have here is the gradient on the side thingy here. So that's easy to fix. So I'm going to go ahead and fix that. Let me see. Yeah, the rest looks good. That and the tongue don't match. Alright. Easy to fix. Easy peasy. And the reason it ended up like that is because I just stretched it out. Let's see. Let me close this. Turn this other one on. Okay, so the gradient stops at this color. So that means, okay, so why doesn't it match? The color is the same here. Okay, but not there. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is copy this layer style and then paste it up here. Didn't do anything. Okay, let's just move it down then. Or up. Nope. Yep, that'll work. Maybe a little bit more. Needs to be a little darker. Okay. And the tongue should match. I'm not sure why it doesn't. Go ahead and save this. Maybe I didn't put it in. I don't know what I did. I might have put the wrong thing in. It's very possible. There. I think I know what I did. Alright, for the tongue at the bottom, the gradient is not matching. It should though, because it's fine. So I'm gonna have to resave it. I might not have saved it when I made the tongue for it. That's what it's looking like. Okay. There we go. Wow. Alright, so fix that problem. That potential disaster. And so here's what we've got so far. Everything's smooth. Alright, next step. I'm going to go ahead and cut the top part and add the lace. Alright. Make a new layer up here. I guess I didn't have to make a new layer since the lace will be its own layer. I'm gonna erase part of this. And I'm gonna make a copy of it so that there's no seams, I hope. I'll go right about here. Why is there something there still? There we go. Now I'm gonna flip it. Right about there. Nope, undo that. I'm gonna make my brush soft. Turn this down to 0. Make this smaller and get real close. There we go. I think that'll work. Okay. I'm going to merge these. I'm going to move this over here. Wait a minute. How am I going to do this? Thinking. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and crop. I'm going to make a copy halfway. Copy, paste, flip it. Okay. I'm going to merge these. And I'm going to see if these are going to actually be seamless. I don't think I did it right. Wouldn't be the first time. Oh, it actually looks okay. Alright, cool. Good. And now I'm just going to cut part of this middle part of this lace out. Okay. Alright. And get my pen tool. And we're going to do another line straight across the top. Oops. Rasterize. I'm going to erase this part up here. Whoops. Is that the lace? Yep. Wrong layer. Okay. It's still too high. Well, for this it is. Okay, I'm going to bring that stuff down just a bit. That won't be difficult. There's that and that. Delete that. Okay. Okay, that's a little bit better. I'm going to lower it just a little bit more. That should be good. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and make the opacity map for the top part here now. When I do my lace opacities, I like to, I make the selection with control click the layer of the lace, the thumbnail, and then I invert my selection. After I fill it with white, then I invert the selection with control shift I, and I fill it with black. That helps define the lace more. So now I'm going to go ahead and put a new layer on top of this one and use my rectangular marquee tool and fill this with white. And let's see. I think I needed to move this down just a bit, but I'm going to try this first before I do that. Oh, and I forgot to turn my lace black. So let's do that. Guess I didn't save it. I could have sworn I did. It's right there. What the hell? Oh, that's the other one. Okay. Whatever. Alright. Oh, it should be here. This is going to be hard to see because of the nylons on the other stockings. I might have to change the outfit. Use blending. Okay, good. That's good. It'll do that. That's kind of pretty. I think that it could have been a little bit more lacy, but that's okay for now. We'll just leave it. And I'm going to cut out the top part of this tongue on the top of the boots. Other than that, so far so good. Okay. To about right there. I'm going to add fill with black right here. And I think I'm going to add a little gray I don't know. I'm just going to leave it. I'm not going to mess with it because it's fine. Alright, so I'm going to try doing the, I'm going to merge these. I'm going to do the lace-ups, the grommets I'm going to make. Alright, let's see. Alright, so I'm going to get my elliptical marquee tool. I'm going to make a circle over here off to the side with a new layer. And I'm going to fill it just with any color. I'm going to Control D to deselect the marching ants, double click, go to gradient overlay. I'm going to select my silver that I have made. I'm going to turn it a bit, angle it, and then move it back down. Okay, now I'm going to get my eraser and core out the center of this. Okay, now I'm going to Control T. Actually, I'm going to merge it first, or rasterize it first, and then Control T. Make it smaller. Okay. I want to move that first grommet down below where it's going to be cut off so that the lacing doesn't get affected by the opacity map. Okay, so I think that's good. Let's see. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, now I'm going to make a total of 20 of these up for the top part here. So 19 more. Or 20. We'll see. I'm going to move that last one down, all the way down. Now I'm going to select all of them, and I'm going to, this one here. We're going to distribute them vertically so they will be spaced evenly from each other. I think I'm going to remove one, so we should only have 20. But I'm going to undo first. Then I'm going to remove the second one down from the last one I made, and then select them all again. And then distribute them again. I'm going to try one more, maybe 19 would be better. So undo. Second one from the top. Select them all again. Distribute evenly. There we go, that's better. Alright. I'm going to put those in a group. Top right. Oops. And make a copy. And move it over. top left. Okay. And now I'm gonna copy these both into the other folder. Well, I'm gonna make a copy, Control J, and drag these down to the bottom boot folder. I'm gonna save this. And then turn this top boot off, bottom boot on, and I'm gonna move these up. Oops. I might need to add a couple more to the bottom boot, which is fine. We can do that. Just make sure that the distance from the top is the same distance in between each one of these grommets. So we have to kind of guesstimate here. Right about there. Let's see. Maybe a little bit lower. Right about there. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and make a couple more of these grommets so it fills in the rest down here. And I'm holding Alt and my down key, my arrow down key to make a copy of it, and then I can move it down. I'm going to select all of these and make sure they're evenly spaced. There we go. Well, I'm going to have to make that work because I don't want to add another one. I don't think it would work. So I'll do that. I'll just leave it the way it is and see how it looks when I put it in. And now I'm going to do the side. Actually, I'm going to delete this side and copy the other one over. That'll be easier. So close this and Alt arrow to the left, to the right, and move it over. Okay. Now I'm going to save this and go test it. Okay, it looks pretty good. Why did those get squished? This must be my imagination because the boot comes up way higher. Ah, here I see where it is. Okay, that's good. That's definitely passable. I'm not in love with the lace up top either, so I might change that out later. I didn't save that opacity, did I? Apparently not. Definitely going to change out that lace before we're done. Okay. Let's see. maybe I'll just put the lace all the way across so it looks like hose. I could do that. We'll try that and see how it looks. Okay, so I'm going to turn this off. And I'm going to do the lace ups. Do the ones on top first. I think I can actually stop from this point because I think that the video that was next has this part and it worked perfectly. So, carry on, my wayward son. See ya!